All right, we are live again on late ending for the Celtics as they are on the West Coast. But what does stay the same is the Celtics winning ways as they bludgeon the Kings 126 to 97. A lot of that was in large part to their 3-point shooting tonight. 22 made threes on 40 attempts. It's good for 55%. Very difficult to beat an NBA team when they shoot that well from three. And the Celtics looked really good virtually the entire game. The Kings by no means are a good team. This was a win that the Celtics absolutely, when you looked at the schedule, said this should be a win, no problem. And for the most part, that's what happened. I will say this: the Kings did play hard tonight. They have some good players on it. It's just like the stink of that organization just permeates through everything they do. Domantas Sabonis, who they traded for at the deadline, is a really good player, and he played really well tonight. He had 30 points, 20 rebounds, and 5 assists, and that still wasn't even close to enough to be able to beat or really compete with the Celtics, who just ran them off the court and improved to now 42 and 28 on the season, and the Kings fall to 25 and 46. The Kings also this year, I think, will be their 16th year in a row not making the playoffs, which is just horrific. I feel bad for their fans because that's just like that's as hopeless as it gets in professional sports. Um, but since it is late and since the NCAA tournament is on and there is a close game with Colgate and Wisconsin right now, with about 5 minutes left, Wisconsin's up by four. And I think everybody's probably either paying attention to that, and I am paying a little bit of attention to that in the background. Let's just get into the box score and wrap this thing up. Um, Celtics starters tonight, the usual crew: Tatum, Horford, Rob Williams, Marcus Smart, Jalen Brown. Starters did a good job tonight, led by their two stars, Brown and Tatum. Tatum, 34 minutes, 12 of 16 from the floor, 7 of 10 from three. Only took one free throw attempt, though he did hit it. 5 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 turnovers, and 32 points. Finished a plus 40 on the night. Show you how good the Celtics were when he was on the floor. Al Horford didn't have to do too much tonight in his 22 minutes, which is very good to see him play only 22 minutes because you want to start saving him as the postseason's rapidly approaching. 3 of 9 from the floor, 0 of 1 from three, 9 boards, 2 assists, a steal, a turnover, and 6 points. Rob Williams, again, also similar to him, not having played too many minutes tonight, just 19 minutes for Rob, 2 of 3 from the floor, 4 rebounds, 1 assist, a block, a turnover, and 4 points. So neither Horford or Rob particularly impactful, not that they had to really be tonight. Marcus Smart was fine. Not his most, sexy stat line in a while, but definitely solid. 27 minutes for him. 3 of 9 from the floor, 2 of 5 from three, 1 of 2 from the free throw line, 4 rebounds, 8 assists, 4 steals, 1 turnover, 9 points. And then Jalen Brown capped off the night for the starters with 28 minutes, 11 of 18 from the floor, 3 of 5 from three, 5 of 8 from the free throw line, 3 rebounds, no assists, 2 steals, 2 turnovers, and 30 points. In games where Tatum and Brown both go 30 or more, the Celtics are virtually unbeatable. And that's what happened tonight. And then you got a really strong performance from your bench. Grant Williams put up 7 in 29 minutes off the bench. Daniel Tice had 11, 5, 2 assists, 2 steals off the bench in his 22 minutes. Derek White didn't shoot the ball particularly well, but did play solid defense in 31 minutes. He had 7 points and 2 of 8 shooting. And Peyton Pritchard really, really came on strong in this game, especially in the fourth where he hit 2 threes. Didn't miss a shot all night in 21 minutes. 5 of 5 from the floor, 4 of 4 from three, 5 rebounds, 8 assists, a steal, no turnovers, and 14 points. As Pritchard's now putting together a string of very quality games in a row, and all that leads to another Celtics victory as they continue to move up the standings in the East. They're now a game and a half ahead of Chicago for the 4 seed, meaning that they would host the Bulls in a first round playoff series, which would be very advantageous for them because they're avoiding the teams that I'm not sure they can beat. And they are hosting against a team that's seems like they're a little close on their level. So definitely a winnable first round series, which is really what you want the Celtics to put themselves in position for. And they're not all that far away from, moving up further in the standings if they continue to play this well. And Tatum and Brown just playing really, really great right now, that's the recipe for the Celtics. Get those guys going and you win the game. Again, the Celtics shot 22 of 40 from three. really, really outstanding job. One of the best nights in franchise history from three in terms of volume and percentage. As far as the turnover battle goes, Celtics had 13, 16 for Sacramento, so they won that too. And they Celtics won the rebounding battle 43 to 37. So Celtics really took care of business across every sort of check mark you could have in this game, and held another opponent under 100 points. Really outstanding effort offensively and defensively from the Celtics tonight, who get tomorrow off, and then on Sunday continue their West Coast road trip by playing the not the Sacramento Kings, the Denver Nuggets and Nikola Jokic, who is struggling a little bit on their own recently, but still always have to take them seriously. They're a good team, and they have one of the very best players in the league. That is Sunday, so we will talk about it then. Let's just check the comments before we get out of here. My friends Leonard Kim and Glenn Caesar in the chat. Appreciate you guys. Leonard Kim says, yes, Sabonis going 30 and 20 isn't ideal, but it is what it is. He just kind of does that against every team. I mean, he's a very, very skilled, good player. I mean, he boards, he tries hard. He's good. I don't know that he impacts winning at all, but he's a really good player, and he plays his ass off. So, those kind of guys who give max effort every night and have skill, it's the NBA. It's hard to shut anybody, like that down consistently. So, you live with it as the fact that you blew them out. Obviously, it wasn't the 30 and 20 didn't have much of an impact on the game. Glenn Caesar says another good win for the Celtics. Appreciate it. They are hot right now, as you said. Celtics we've talked about this on the show. It is just, I've never seen a season like this where it's just so night and day between what the team looked like at the beginning of the season and now. It was literally all it took was the calendar to turn to 2022, and it was like a switch flipped. And we have a good Celtics team right now. Before it was a bad Celtics team. It's a remarkable turn, and they're continuing to play well, and hopefully it carries on into the postseason, because that's where success is measured. But I'm gonna get out of here, watch the rest of this game, and talk to everybody later, probably after that Nuggets game. So I appreciate you, Glenn. Appreciate you, Leonard, for being in the chat. Thanks everybody who watches later. Appreciate you liking, subscribing, commenting, all that good stuff. And another good win for the Celtics. Talk to everybody later. See ya.